Hypnosis, for results you can't imagine yet.
Okay, here's a fun question. If you had the choice, would you take $1 million cash up front or a penny that doubles every single day for 30 days and at the end you get to keep the value? Okay, take a moment to think about it. Because $1 million up front is a lot of money. But do you really know how much a penny is over time? Okay, so let's go through it. The answer is that the penny ends up being way more than the $1 million. Okay, and it illustrates the power of compounding, which is absolutely critical concept. It's a critical concept to apply in your own life to reach towards your goals. So let's just see what happens with the penny, okay? Because it seems counterintuitive. You know, on the first day you have a penny, then 2 pennies, 4 pennies, 8 pennies, 16 pennies, 32 pennies. By day 11, you still only have just over $10. By day 15, it's just over $163. We're halfway there and nowhere close to $1 million. By day 20, you have $5,000. Day 21, $10,000. Day 22, $20,000. And so on and so forth. These are approximate numbers. By day 27, you have just over $671,000. Now we're talking. By day 28, it's 1.3 million plus. By day 29, it's just over $2.5 million. And by day 30, it's about $5,300,000, which is absolutely huge. Okay, so the $1 million is nothing compared to the penny. Now, this applies to your life because a lot of people think that when they're setting a goal and trying to achieve it, they have to do everything at once and go for like the big glorious win. Okay, but that's not really how it works. What you want to focus on is the consistent steps that you take in the direction towards your goals. This is a concept called the compound effect, which I got from an author, the editor of Success Magazine, or ex-editor from Success Magazine, Darren Hardy, who wrote a book that I highly recommend called The Compound Effect. Okay? And what he talks about is taking your goal and chunking it down into the smallest, most necessary, actionable steps that you just repeat every single day. Okay? So really what he's saying is that the road to success is quite boring. It's not, you know, the big glorious ride into battle, do everything and have this big win. The big wins happen along the way, but you get there by doing those small, consistent actions. Okay? Let's take getting rich as an example. Okay? Well, you can calculate exactly how much money you want. Let's say you want $5 million, and you can calculate how much you need to save and then invest over what period of time and end up with $5 million. So let's say, you know, you take $500 every single month and you put it into an account and you invest that money at 5, 8, or 10%. Well, you can calculate in how much time you're going to have $5 million or whatever you want, and you can tweak those figures. And then all you have to do is follow that plan and just stay consistent, and you know that's when you're going to have. So it's much more about staying consistent and being disciplined and doing the necessary actions, you know, than trying to make $5 million in a day through a get-rich-quick scheme where you're probably going to lose everything. You know, Tony Robbins has a similar concept. He talks about, you know, what happens if you're going in one direction. Okay, you're going this way, and you make a slight shift, small angle, And over a long period of time, boom, the gap becomes huge and you've gone in a completely different direction. And through my experience and what I've learned from speaking with others who've achieved amounts of success, is that along the way, along the journey, by being consistent, you run into those big leaps and those big wins. And you attract them to yourself by doing those consistent actions. You know, you might wake up one day and you've lost all the weight, or you might, you know, make $10,000, $100,000 in a day. Some people have made $1 million in a day. There's all kinds of big wins that come by working your plan. Okay? So, to summarize, get a vision, get a big goal, distill it down into the smallest actionable steps, and compound them by staying consistent and disciplined and working your plan, and then just expect to win. Believe in yourself, go for it, the big wins will come. Expect victory at common hours.
Hypnosis, for results you can't imagine yet.